Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at how you can win your 50/50s off drop when you're dropping with somebody and try to win those contested fights off the early game, because you know, when you get that early KP, it starts to open up more freedom for the end game and what you can do towards mid game. A lot of people don't actually know how you can fight these fights and make it kind of stacked in your favor. So we're going to be breaking that all down today. But if you guys like these types of videos where we go in game, break these all down for you, do these VOD reviews, then you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there we have our top level coaches creating all sorts of guides like gun guides, legend guides, VOD reviews like this one, and even videos where we break down your favorite pro players and streamers so that you can start to play more like them. So if you guys want to be better at Apex, click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership right now, and start to improve today. But okay, let's jump right into this VOD review. And this was in Plat 1. I was slacking a little bit on my rank grind this split. I was playing a little bit more pubs, but this actually kind of works out because this shows you guys kind of a mid-tier rank where people above this can still use this, because I use it against people in scrims and higher tier lobbies all the time, and people that are below see that it works in these higher lobbies. So breaking this down first, you always have to be looking around. You can see here that I'm actually not paying attention, and this was the first mistake that I make, because with this I was actually ordering food. But if you guys are in a game like this and you guys can be paying attention and you're not ordering food, you should definitely be looking around to see where teams are dropping, because you need to see what side is contested. You can see on the minimap here that we do have a team with us. This team was coming, but they opted to go towards staging instead, so that is good, and that's something you guys need to be paying attention to in your games. You always need to know what teams are coming with you, what teams are swerving away, where the teams are landing, if they're landing towards each other, if they're trying to single out one of your teammates. That's always something that you need to be paying attention to, and that's one of the most important parts of your drop, because you have to be looking for that information. So as we're going down, you can see that I'm still not paying attention, but I finally do kind of like start to look up and start to look around a little bit. And whenever you are contested in a spot like this, like Thermal Station is a really good spot to be contested, because if you can get this top area right here, you control basically everything that's not inside this little inner circle right here. If they're directly below you, you can't really control them at all. But if they're like out here or out here, then you can definitely control the flow of fights, because you have such a good vantage spot. And unless they have Horizon, they're not going to be able to get to you very easily. Now with this, we do actually double land up top, because we don't want somebody to land with us and then me be having to take a 50/50. So if one of my teammates does land with me and then immediately drops off once they see that we have two people up here, because they swerve off, he knows that, so he drops off immediately and goes to loot something else that we're not fighting for loot up here. And that's just something that you guys can put into your games. If you're not sure if somebody's going to be kind of singled out in a weaker spot, then look to double drop and then immediately split off afterwards, because yeah, it's a little bit annoying when your teammates loot the same stuff as you, but sometimes securing people not landing on your teammates is worth sharing the loot. So as soon as we get the loot up here though, I start to throw a scan out and I see that there are people on the jungle gyms. Those are the call outs for this. I know some people call them scaffolding, some people call them jungle gyms. You might have a different call out for them. I always just call them jungle gyms because it's what my first team called them, and it's just stuck in my head. So if you guys hear the call out jungle gyms, that's what I'm talking about. So right as I do this, I see these people are here. I start to throw some shots out because I want to test to see their armors. I want to see if they got a lucky drop, got a lucky purple, got a lucky blue, something like that. And I also just want to start getting some damage out, because if you can take away heals, then you can force them into kind of a situation that they don't want to be in. So now I can see that all three of them are in this kind of area right here in the jungle gyms. You did see that somebody dropped off down here and is now behind here. The caustic is over here, and I believe it's a wraith over here. So we know that they're all in that specific area. So you know that they don't really have a whole lot of loot. There are two bins underneath. There's the spot up here for loot and there's the bin up here for loot. And that's not really a whole lot for three people in that specific area. So they're not going to have a whole lot. So we don't want to let them kind of rotate out for free and get more stuff, because right now they're in a really bad situation. And this is something that you guys need to be pressing in your games. If they're in a bad spot like that and you know that they don't have a lot of loot, like you can look at the area that they're in, you can see that they're sharing a lot of loot between the three of them, and there's not a whole lot over there, then you need to be looking to press that advantage almost instantly, because this is where people make mistakes in their 50/50s. They see that teams don't have a whole lot of loot. They see that people aren't really kind of geared up, but they're still not very sure if they should push or not. They're still not sure what they should do, so they back off a little bit, give some space, and the other team is able to then kind of scavenge some loot, get a few things here and there, and really press their kind of an advantage a little bit more, because now they're able to spread out a little bit, they're able to take some ground, and they have more loot. So if you guys can keep them kind of confined to that specific area, then you 100% need to do that. But now moving forward here, we can see that they are looking to press the donut. That's the little circle building. So they're looking to move this direction here. And one of my teammates is on that building. So as they cross, I don't want to let them cross for free because that's always a bad idea. If you guys can get some damage out on people that are crossing, you always have to, because I'm still up on this vantage point. I'm still trying to control the flow of fights. I still have a decent amount of ammo in my hemlock. I've got a Mozambique if I have to drop down. So right now I'm just looking to do as much damage as I possibly can. And as soon as I crack the caustic here, we know that there's one person in the circle building with him. But right now my teammate has really good sight lines on this, and he can just easily take that person out if he wants to. So right now he's going to look over top here, and he's able to get the caustic knocked right away. And then I look to see that there's the third teammate that was trying to join them, which happened to be an Octane. But as soon as I see that my teammate is getting pressured on the donut building, one's down and one's kind of split, then we need to be pressing that right away. So with this, I look to jump into the fight almost instantly to help my teammate out. And you can see that I didn't go for the Octane. I didn't go kind of different directions because one of my teammates is over here, but this teammate is a Gibraltar and he doesn't really have any escape tools. The other teammate that's over here is a Wraith. If she gets into trouble, if she gets into a situation that she can't handle, then she's able to just queue out, get back to the building, get back to us. There's a bunch of different options. Yes, she's fighting an Octane, so the Octane could stem behind her, but there's a bunch of different options for the Wraith that the Gibraltar doesn't have. But once the Gibraltar's here and he has the bubble down, he really has nowhere else to go. He has to play in this bubble, and he's not full HP. He's still fairly decently healthy in terms of an early game fight, but he's not in the best situation. So this is where you guys need to be kind of prioritizing your targets. You should always be trying to help the teammates that don't really have any mobility options. So I'm opting to help the Gibraltar here. And because I'm opting to help the Gibraltar here, we actually get a very easy kill on this Wraith. She actually does make a huge mistake and hops into the bubble. And when she hops into the bubble here, she has nowhere to go. So my teammate and I are able to just easily spray her down. And then this is where I kind of make a slight error as well. I go to scan, and this Octane could easily have beat me here. You can see that I don't have armor. My arms are doing the animation for the scan, so I'm not really actually able to defend from this Octane very easily. So if he had been just a little bit more aware of what was going on, he could have easily beamed me with that alternator that he has. And then I would have been dead. My teammates probably would have killed him, but if there was a third party coming or something like that, I would have been out of the fight. Thankfully, I didn't get knocked. I do get to hop down here, and then we're just able to spray him down with a three-person spray, and we're able to get him out of the fight instantly right there. So I just wanted to show you guys with that it is very simple to win these contested fights if you're just able to look for the right stuff. If you're able to kind of prioritize targets, hold high ground, control the flow of fights, everything like that, then you can easily win these fights. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Also, if you guys want to be notified when we post new videos, ring that bell as well. We post daily Apex Legends content. Thank you guys all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming. Come to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/8secondgaming, and I will see you guys in the next one.